Hi, and welcome to Android Coliseum, Hangout number 152. It's March 9th, 2016, and we're here to talk about Android in Canada. With us so far, we have Siobhan. Hi, Siobhan.
Good evening.
And Martin.
Hello, hello.
And myself. And we all seem to have no bottom thirds. Huh, I thought I had one for a while.
I was distracted. I did put it on. You guys distracted me. Oh, no, I won't have it today. It won't work because I was distracted and I didn't set it up.
That's all good. It happens.
I'm not sure why I don't have one. So, oh, maybe it's because of the way we started.
Could be.
So it's good to see you guys, and it sounds like this might be the last one for a little while because life is interrupting.
We are not on the same schedules, and yeah, we might have to revisit when the Hangouts get done, and if they get done at all.
Well, I hope they do, because I always like talking to you guys. And yeah, we'll make sure that we have a good conversation today. And but I mean, that's just the Hangout part. And you know, we go on breaks. We had some changes last year because people's, kids and schedules conflicted and stuff like that. Conflicted. Ryan's got a new job. I'm going on holidays for a couple weeks, but
I hope you're going to enjoy those holidays. I'm going to curse you.
I will. And then it's hard too because we say every week we talk about the weather, but I'm out west. You guys are out east. I don't know, like it's 8 o'clock where I am, but that's like 10 and 11 o'clock where you are. Is it 11 where you are, Siobhan?
10.
10. And for me, that's starting to wind down time. So we'll see how it goes, and we'll keep you posted. But for this week, we do have some news to talk about. So let's get to that. The thing that hit today, of course, and everybody's talking about is the Android N preview. Some stuff I already see, like multi-window, but every iteration brings some new stuff, and I think, Martin, you're the one who really read up about it. So
yeah, Android N preview hit up today, and it was being made available for people that are running Nexus device, of course. But some of the interesting features that were mentioned and laid out was the native multi-window. I mean, Kath, you're already aware of that. You've already had it with Samsung for quite a while now. I mean, I know I've had it back in the days of the Note 2, but this is going to be native starting in Android N for people that are not native to Samsung devices. With that, we also saw something interesting that people might be interested in is a call blocking feature. It's going to be done at the system level. So according to the information I was reading is that even if you wipe your device, flash your device, reflash, do whatever you want, those call blocking features, numbers are going to be permanent in the phone. So this way you won't have to reblock them once you reload your system or for whatever reason. They're always going to be there. And oh, totally. I mean, a lot of people will just add a whole bunch of numbers in there, and then they'll forget about it, and then they're done. Don't have to deal with them again. And it happens all the time. I mean, I still get telemarketer calls on my phone from at least once or twice a week. Oh, you won a cruise? Really?
Ooh,
why would you like that? Why would you like to have my credit card number, though?
I got the call from the constable saying that CRA has issued an arrest warrant for me.
Oh, again?
Oh, yeah. Quick, what's my name?
Exactly. Oh, really? So can you tell me my name and can you give me my address, please?
Yeah, exactly. So what else is on there? I see a notification redesign, and I saw that. That looks pretty cool, actually.
Yep. The notification shade has been redesigned to provide more information, more options in the drop-down list, so like more interaction from just a standard, oh, we're just going to swipe it away or whatnot, or just going to block because you don't want to see those notifications anymore. But that also means that your lock screen notification will change as well, and you'll get more options. So probably more native options where you're going to get a notification, you'll be able to just hit reply and send stuff to it, instead of having to have the application actually allow the interaction. It's going to be built in native, which would make more sense. And
Siobhan, how do you like that idea or not?
I just feel that the last few updates they're not as exciting as it used to be. Google used to put a lot more new things into the new operating systems. We used to get exciting things. I remember back in the day, and now it's just little improvements, and even things that we had before, like the multi-window. People had it before. Samsung had it. ROMs had it. Actually, when I did have it, I didn't even use it that much.
Yeah, I don't use it that much either. So
yeah, I think that LG has it on the tablet, on my son's tablet. So um, it already existed. It's nothing too exciting or too great.
But don't you think that's just a sign of a more mature operating system? You
True.
know, they have to
Yeah.
grasp a lot harder to get something. It's sort of like the S7 was this year. Like there wasn't a whole bunch of new and exciting things. It's just like this could be the perfect phone for a lot of people for now.
Right.
So maybe that's what's happening with, I mean, I'm sure that's happening across the board with Android.
They do add little exciting things in their apps, like the Photos app now lets you have a little widget after I take a photo with
Yeah.
my regular phone camera. Then Photos has that cute little widget, and you can go to Photos. So I find that this is cute. So it's not like in the past that everything was part of Android operating system. Now it's part of the apps, but they still
Hmm.
add few little exciting things that maybe in the past they used to make more of a big deal out of it, and now it's just like there's another cool thing here and there.
Oh, we're getting inured to all those cool things.
But we're
I
just
know.
spoiled. Yeah, we're used
Yeah.
to
I
these
mean,
things
I
already.
think we're at the point where it's not going to be things that are going to be wow. It's more going to be like, oh my God, they've improved this feature.
Right.
Awesome. I mean, we
Yeah.
will probably get more wow factors for other things in the near future, but right now I think they're just polishing it to the point
Right.
where they want to. It's becoming to the point where I hate to say this, but where iOS was about 2 years ago, where it got to a point where, oh, it's polished. We're just going to make minor revisions and keep going with it until we find the next wow factor.
Yep. And that's one of the reasons we're going to talk later about, well, I'll talk about it later when you talk about the S6. So, let's move on before I start.
Stroll
I
away.
know that this summer, or actually, no, I guess it was this winter, I was out on the coast visiting with family, and my dad's wife got a ZTE Grand View tablet as part of her, thing. And now they've halted sales due to technical issues. So,
Oh.
what is that technical issue, Martin?
So yeah, the ZT decided to pull the plug on their Grand X for the cells. They've been altered in Canada, and that technical little issue is in regards to the radio firmware of the device. Now, specifically why or for what reason, it wasn't even clear if it was either the related to the radio drivers of the firmware or the actual hardware. But for now, the cells are temporarily altered, and hopefully we will see this device back because it looks like a pretty decent device from the specification that we have here. I mean, it's a 1080p display with an octa-core Snapdragon 615 with 2 gigs of RAM. It's not a bad device at all. So hopefully we'll get more information out of the T at some point shortly.
Well, I did actually go on the Bell site today, and they don't have that on there, but they do have the Tab S2. But I'm not sure whether it's an LTE version or whether they're just selling Samsung products. I did handle it, and of course, it doesn't at all compare to the skinny, light Samsung device. But on
Not
the
the
other
same thing, I
hand,
know.
it was free-ish. So, you know, you,
Bonus to that.
yep, you just make decisions based on. But it did run well enough. It, runs well for what people are going to want it for. So, hopefully they'll come out, either fix it or come out with the
Well, we're hoping that
successful
they're actually
product.
going to come out with a fix, right? Because for the type
Hmm.
of device it looks like a pretty sweet device for general home use.
Oh, sure. And then there's a lot of people that already have it. So, it would be nice if they fixed it. So I have been really enjoying using my Second Cup app to buy coffee because I like Second Cup better. But if you're a Starbucks fan, Martin.
Yeah, so Starbucks. I mean, pretty much I'll go to any coffee shop that actually sells coffee. It's going to be the first one that I see when I'm walking towards work or if I'm at work. And for this time, Starbucks, on the 15th of March across Canada, except for Quebec, will now accept mobile orders through their apps, and you'll be able to pay directly on the app and just show up to the store and pick up your order. And this should be pretty interesting because I mean, who likes line up? I mean, personally, if I'm going to the coffee shop, I hate waiting there 10 minutes to get my coffee. I'm like, I just want to grab my coffee and get the hell out.
I think this will be really popular in big cities, and like downtown here, we are under a work slowdown. I am, like I said, in Alberta, so I can walk into a Starbucks anytime.
Downtown here, same thing. I mean, and there's like at least
a billion,
10 to 15 coffee shop within probably a 4-block radius.
Oh, so you don't have to wait there either because
I could just walk to the next one that's just up the street for another 2 minutes and go there instead.
So I guess it'll be important for, like, I could see if you were on your way to a meeting and you knew that there was going to be a Starbucks in the lobby of whatever building you were going to. It'd be a quick and easy stop. What about you, Siobhan? If you were somewhere that you could do this, would you?
Possibly. Does it say how long it takes to make the coffee?
I think you have to pre-order 10 minutes ahead of time or something.
And what if it's too cold when I get there?
Oh, I know.
I think it would stress me too much. Is it too cold? Is it not ready? I
have to go to the bathroom on the way there.
No, seriously, like I can't commit. I'd rather just have it made fresh. How long does it take to get a coffee? You know what I mean? I guess if you work in a building and everybody wants their lattes and whatever, you can all order it then.
I think
then come downstairs and pick it up, but for one person.
I think if you were to put your order in and wait 5 to 10 minutes, you'd be fine.
Yeah.
Especially if Starbucks is not far from your location.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you work, let's say, close to the Starbucks.
Exactly.
I think I would end up being like you, though, Siobhan. Like, I'd make my order, and then it'd be like, oh, and you'd be walking out the door, and somebody goes, oh, wait, and they start talking. And they talk, and you're going,
I need my coffee.
Commitment.
Yeah, I would want to squeeze the life out of them, trust me.
I have a commitment. My coffee is waiting for me.
Yeah, I can completely agree to that one.
Okay, well, Bell is in the news with their Marshmallow update.
Well, some people might be interested in that because Samsung Galaxy S6 and the Galaxy Note 5, if you're a Bell customer, you'll be getting your Marshmallow by the time we get to the end of the month. So at any point now, if you're on one of these devices, you should be getting your Marshmallow update. And you'll be able to savor something I cannot have right now. I'm still waiting for Marshmallow.
It's still buggy. I got it.
I'm still waiting for Marshmallow as well, and that version has been out for, 3 weeks? But because my phone is unlocked and from a different country, I will not be getting the Bell update.
See? The Z5, the Z4, and the Z3 Plus have had their Marshmallow updates, and I'm like, okay, I'm at the Z2. Come on, just give it to me.
Well, the Z3C, I don't think got it either.
I'm not entirely sure about that. Other versions that were not listed, they were primarily in Europe being released.
I could turn my phone on. I could turn that phone on and see what's going with that. But I'm not, this is what I was going to say before. I remember the last time I was so hot to get my update and everything, and it's bringing all this stuff, and on one hand I'm thinking, it's bringing all the stuff I already have. And then on the other hand, it's like I got it, and I'm thinking, so I was excited because what? So I'm sure there's lots of people that Marshmallow will make a difference. It just depends on what you use your device for, of course. So let us know if you get your update, if it makes big changes. We want to know. Next up, Facebook Messenger. Martin, you use Facebook?
I don't. I use Facebook, but I don't use the Facebook app specifically. But I do use the Messenger portion, and Messenger now on Facebook has had its material design pushed out to the public. So now we're getting a dose of Facebook Messenger material, and it's following the guidelines that Google established. It's looking really slick. It's faster. It's smoother. I don't have any latency in the UI, so that's really good. A lot of people complain about battery drain within Messenger app as well. Not something I've experienced before, but like a few people, I'm on the beta channel, so I keep getting my Messenger updates almost on a daily basis. So I get the newest updates before they get released, and I've been quite happy with it. And something from the look and feel of the Messenger app, it almost looks like they might be pushing for like a combination of Messenger and WhatsApp at some point.
Hmm. Do you use messaging apps, Siobhan?
I use WhatsApp and I use Messenger.
Oh, okay. So this
I
will
use
affect
both
you.
for different things.
That's pretty much the same thing.
I hate to say this.
The thing is that Messenger is still checks if people have the app installed. Some people choose not to have it installed. They have WhatsApp from before it was bought by Facebook. A lot of people got used to WhatsApp and use it with other people, so not everybody has Messenger. Yeah, it's the same kind of thing, but for example, my mother-in-law uses WhatsApp, but she doesn't even have Facebook. She doesn't have a Facebook account. So she won't download Messenger. For her, it doesn't make sense. Unless they completely remove it from Facebook, just make it completely independent, like WhatsApp, as a first step, let's say. They make it independent, then it has the same functionality as WhatsApp. It checks your contacts. Maybe it already works that way. I don't know. I find that people use it if they use Facebook. But Facebook kind of sends you there for their messaging.
Yeah, I can see that.
Functionality, you know what I mean?
That's an interesting point. Like, if people that use WhatsApp now don't have Facebook accounts, like, are they going to be forced to get one if they want to continue using the app?
I don't think they would do that, because then they would alienate a lot of the people that do not have Facebook. It's like the account registration part should remain separate, although you could probably use Facebook to sign in like a lot of other applications are doing to just authenticate yourself, which I could see that would, if you wanted to, but not necessarily make it a requirement.
Okay.
Kind of like what Google did now, where you don't have a requirement to have a Google Plus account to have all the services that they have.
Great. Okay, well, that'll be interesting to watch and see how that goes, and see how people like using Messenger.
Yeah.
So next up, we had mentioned last week the TD Trust mobile app came out. I know I ran off and used it immediately, or tried to use it immediately, and it didn't work. And I believe you had an experience like that too, Siobhan?
With what, sorry?
TD.
The TD app. Yes. I wanted to try it at McDonald's, and the terminal told me tap is not supported. And then I tried with my card, and it worked.
Yes, and I had that
with my Visa card.
I had that happen to me at Shoppers Drug Mart, but they have a really backwards type of tap anyway.
It's a software update that needs to happen that hasn't happened to these devices at this point.
Yeah.
Okay, so
kind of similar when I was using my phone to actually go and tap and pay with the RBC app until they removed the requirement for the NFC. I mean, the encrypted SIM 2.0. That's not a requirement anymore. So now I can use it on standard tap and pay with no problem.
Because I've used mine at a few places and it worked pretty slick.
Mm-hmm.
And speaking of that, one reason why I did want to talk about it was a friend of mine got her car stolen, and in her car was her wallet. And because all the, I think because of all the tap to pay cards, like you can't disable that. So they were using her cards, and they
Yeah, but the
could
banks
because
are good with noticing really quick. If they see a
yes,
lot of charges in a small
and they did
small time.
and they did reverse it. But the thing
And
I do like about the TD app is you just put a number on, like you put your
Right, the
PIN,
code.
and then it makes it active for 30 seconds. So to me, I kind of like that extra level of security, but I'm sure for some people that would be really intrusive. I know Ryan has used it. I've used it a few places, and I do really like it.
I
Martin, you
like
had
the
a comment?
idea, and I would use it all the time. It's just that the phone I'm using right now, the Oppo F1, doesn't have NFC.
Okay.
It's a mid-range phone with no NFC. I don't know why they would not make phones with NFC as a standard thing,
At
but
this
it
point
doesn't
in
have it.
time, for sure.
So I took my other phone and I tried it. It didn't work, so I kind of got discouraged. So maybe in the future I'll switch back to my N3 with the NFC. But for now, I just, already with the Visa, I'm so used to it. It's easy enough
Yeah.
to tap the Visa. It is nice to just grab your phone and pay, but if it doesn't work everywhere, I guess I'll wait. And when it works better, I'll switch.
Mhm.
I'd
What
have to
about
say,
you?
I'd have to say we're at the forefront of the first time we're using our phone to pay. 'Cause I'll still run into stores and go like, "Pun, I'm just got my phone," and they're ringing my order, and I'm like, take my phone out, and I'm just like, and then they look at me, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "I'm just gonna tap this," and then they're like, "Eh?"
Yeah.
Deer in headlights, do not know what's going on. Next thing you know, the receipt is printing, and they're just like, "Yeah, it's been paid." Like, oh my god, you have an iPhone? I'm like, no, no.
Oh, I like that. Do you have an iPhone? No, you see, and this wouldn't actually work on an iPhone. So there.
But the good thing about the tap and pay is, depending on the bank you're with, I think there's a maximum per transaction, which I think, well, mine is $100 per transaction.
Mhm.
So they wouldn't be able to say, hey, go to the store and spend $1,000. It
Yeah.
wouldn't work. It would be $100 per transaction.
Yep. Okay, and for our fun topic tonight, we're going to talk about product placement. That's a poll. It's a
Yes.
poll on our site. And Savon, you really noticed product placement in one movie.
Yes, so we're talking about it, of course, because OnePlus placed their phones in the show House of Cards. Do you watch it? I don't watch it, so I didn't see. But apparently, they paid $300,000 to have their phones on the show. Um, we've seen it before. I've seen it a long time ago already. In the show Gossip Girl, they used to push the Windows Phone a lot. But
Mhm.
it's funny because every few weeks, some different companies would sponsor them or pay them, so the characters will change phones every 2, 3 episodes, and it became ridiculous. They had big Android phones, then they had Windows phones, and it's ridiculous. But the most annoying one for me was the Hotel Transylvania 2. And they kept using the Xperia phone, and the phone became part of the plot. Actually, they wanted to push it so much that it was texting from the phone. Sony made the film, so I see why they would do that. But for me, it was too much. All the laptops were Sony and the phones, and I'm like,
Of
enough.
course.
Come on, am I watching a movie or a commercial? So it has to be, subtle for me to work. Um, but more Chinese companies did it. Oppo did it with America's Next Top model. Um,
Oh.
yes, the models use their N3, the selfie phone with a rotating camera, and they were pushing it strongly. Um, I read some article that suggested that even though they're not known in the US and they're not focusing on the US market, those shows are being bought by other countries where it is popular. And so they're doing it in the States with an American show, but the actual market that they're focusing on can be India, can be Australia. They will get that show eventually, and it will penetrate there. So,
Makes sense.
So yeah, I mean it's done before. It's been done a lot with electronics, with computers. I've seen other phones before, so it's not something new. It might be something new for OnePlus as a small company. That it's a strange move. They're not as big as Microsoft or Apple. They do it all the time. So
I wonder if OnePlus, one of the things with OnePlus isn't that they don't sell it except by their invitation. Are they still doing invitations?
No, they canceled the invitations.
But it's still part of the, like, it's just not that common to see. So maybe that's what it was. And they've always touted themselves as really reasonably priced, and yet here they are on House of Cards. That might be part of it. I don't know. Like, I know with Castle, for a while they too were always using Windows phones, and you'd be going, oh, that's a Windows phone. And they'd be like, nobody uses their phone like this. Look.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
See what phone I have.
Yeah. So I always found that I agree. Some of the times Sony is just crazy bad with their product placement.
They just go a bit overboard.
Just a bit. So, and let's wrap up. Father.io, an immersive game.
Yep, I wanted to mention that Father.io has actually succeeded in their campaign, and the beta launch of the application have went out. It goes a bit beyond what people are used to Ingress. It's more immersive than that, and it should be quite interesting because you'll be able to have a similar gameplay as you have with Ingress, where you can actually tap areas, gather your resources and whatnot, but also have the interceptor that goes over your camera so that you can actually see real-time other people within the map, that you can actually play games in real time. So you'll see the regular buildings in your city, but you'll also see virtual characters running around at the same time.
Oh, that sounds cool.
So it's going to be an immersive gameplay, and me and Tom Gray have actually bought into the whole concept, and we're going to be playing with those games probably quite fairly a lot, I think.
Well, that's something that would be cool to get video. Will you be able to do video recording of your gameplay with that?
Probably. Once that comes out and and we have it, we're probably going to do a couple of tests to see how it works. But right now we're just playing with one portion of the game where we're actually collecting our tiles and our experience and whatnot until we can get to the point where we're actually able to experience the actual full immersion of the game.
Cool. Well, I think that's about it. Do we have reviews coming up?
I don't. Brian might have a few that are not listed, but I do not have anything on my side yet.
No, and I don't either right now. Siobhan, have you gotten any new phones lately?
I posted my review of the Oppo F1
And I saw that.
last week. I'm still using it, and I'm still going to post more pictures on my account on Google Plus and Instagram, if for anyone that's interested.
And have you enjoyed the experience? I read that at first you weren't that into it, but as time went on,
Exactly. At first, I wasn't even into it because why would I want, another mid-range phone, only 5-inch? I already had the R7 Plus. That I'm very happy with. But then I saw some photos that were taken with it, and they were really good, really crisp, and I was really impressed. So I was thinking, oh, let me try it, let me see. But the experience is amazing. I mean, I use it every day, and I'm loving it. It's just like, you know, I love big phones, and at home I still use the R7 Plus for videos and for other things. But when I'm out of the house, the smaller phone, and for me 5 inches small, is great. It's convenient. It goes in the pockets. It's cute. I'm loving it, and it looks really nice. You know, for a phone that's only $250, it really looks nice. And I got my manager to she's like, show me, and she was looking, and my father-in-law, and he says, that's a really nice phone, you know. So it looks like it's a high-end phone, and it works great. I mean, it's pretty quick. Everything works well. Multitasking. Nothing lags or gets stuck, or everything works great. So for $249, if people don't care about some things like the gyroscope, the NFC that's missing, it's great, and the sound is great. It has a nice speakers in the back with a nice nice sound, stereo sound. So I'm very happy with it. I'm used to it. I'm not, you know, in a rush to change back.
Not too much of a rush. So,
yeah, until the next, you know, I'm still hoping that, you know, the Find 9 will be released finally, a new flagship, a new phone with their new technologies of the camera and the new fast charger, because this one doesn't have the fast charger. So a new flagship phone would be nice to have, but I'm waiting patiently.
You have a comment, Martin?
Yep. Hopefully the next one you do get actually has an NFC in that one, and you can enjoy tap and pay.
Yeah, the R9 is coming out, so I'll see if it has, you know, NFC and all these features that are missing.
Bells and whistles.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think that about wraps it up, and wraps up for a while, it seems like. So, thanks, you guys. It was fun talking to you.
So we're taking a little spring break, right, for a few weeks, and we will come back with a new format or whatever. We'll be in touch. Follow our page on Google Plus for news.
If you keep posted, we'll have something up at some point, and we'll let you know what's going on.
Right, but we are still doing reviews and stuff like that, and talking, just not talking to each other directly.
We might not be gabbing as much live.
Okay, well, good night,
Thanks,
everybody.
guys.
Take care.
Good night.